Welcome back, guys, to the Chilled Cow Lo-Fi Hip Hop Podcast, where all we do is talk about coding lo-fi and Chilled Cow Hip Hop I don't know. We're back.
That's my attempt at lo-fi
that was
beatboxing.
That was good.
Thanks.
It was helping me cover my shitty ass intro, but
I think if you had some if you threw in like a melody there, boom.
if I could remember the fucking opening one to the Samurai Lo-Fi, because I listen to that one all the time, and I think that one's well known because I feel like that one's known in the lo-fi space as the Samurai one specifically.
I have no idea. Maybe. I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure it's just played.
I like how lo-fi went from a genre of music to now it's so big that it has subgenres.
I what I think is more interesting than that I thought you were about to say is that everyone listens to it. It's like
that is crazy.
Like
no,
I thought I was unique listening to Chilled Cow in like high school, and then I remember like in college I'd talk like I don't know, it just came up, and I'm like, oh, you've seen that too? Like, oh, you've seen that too? And fucking everyone has watched it. Like everyone has used that, and now.
Well, now I try and branch out and do not. I don't listen to Chilled Cow because I try and go support other people.
Yeah. Well, I started to listen to jazz, like basically a lo-fi jazz channel.
It was Jazz Hop Cafe is one of the ones I listened to a ton.
That's a good one.
Jazz Hop Cafe is great. Steezy as Fuck is another one I listen to. That one's the one that has a lot going on where it's like that. It's the Mad Lib character sitting on the couch, smoking with all the shit on watching TV in Japan.
There's BGM. It's literally just called BG. It's called background music, and that's a Japanese band that just makes background music, and it's fucking fire.
I just like how I was talking more about like how they have the samurai ones. They've got I listen to Cowboy Bebop ones a lot, but they've got like Avatar lo-fi.
Love the Legend of Zelda lo-fi. Those are always fire. Legend of Zelda type beat lo-fi. That's what it is.
Coding lo-fi isn't a genre. It's just they just started making graphics to it.
Yeah, it's just the graphic. Yeah, but you really can't beat Chilled Cow's, Homework Girl.
That's true.
It's so relaxing.
Is she doing homework or is she reading a book?
She's writing.
Okay.
I mean, I assumed it was homework, but like she's writing and then flipping pages, and the cat sitting there.
The thing I think they have over everyone else is the fact that at night it switches to night.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's honestly the best part.
All right, sick. Well, we just talked about lo-fi for 4 minutes, so we can definitely move on to something else. Do you have an answer to the internet, or are you pulling that up now?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't have it on.
Never waste a moment. No, I'm just kidding. That's ripping off Bo Burnham. I just rewatched What. I showed Gab What 2 days ago.
How was it the second to the 15th time around?
Still funny. It was weird because some of the stuff didn't age as well because I didn't realize it's 6 years old. What came out in 2014? Jesus. So,
damn, we're old.
Yeah, I know. But it was still funny. Gab was confused as fuck. From
what?
Just a lot of the random stuff he does. Like, excluding the main songs that have been clipped out and put on YouTube, the rest of the show is very interesting.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe at the time, whenever that came out, he became so mainstream. It was like everybody knew who he was, and like everyone was.
That's why it's crazy to me to bring up Bo Burnham now, and some people are like, "Who is that?"
Yeah, he was so mainstream, which is crazy how much he like not fell off, but
he
just like
dipped.
Yeah, he stopped doing stuff because he didn't want to.
He shouldn't have. I wish he'd continued doing stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you find something that was more to fill space?
Okay, it's a decent one. It's not my favorite.
All right, hit me with it.
Okay, it's Marry Fuck Kill, and it's Italian food, Mexican food, or Chinese food. That's your three options.
Chinese food. I don't eat Chinese food anyway, so that one's an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah, Chinese food. It's like you don't just get Chinese food. It's like you're going to get Chinese. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't just end up getting Chinese food. You kind of end up getting Italian food and Mexican food like all the time.
Not really. I love seeking out Mexican food.
No, yeah, I know. I'm saying, like Chinese food. I've never just been like walking down the street and then I'm just like, okay, I'll just go to a Chinese
you mean
place.
like it's like a last resort? Like you like throw out a bunch of things and you're like, I guess we'll just get Chinese food.
No, I really mean if you go to a random restaurant, they're gonna have like tacos and like pizza. Any restaurant has like tacos and pizza, shit like that.
Yeah, but it's not good though.
Yeah, sure. But I'm saying if you
Except
go
for
there,
Fountain
you're gonna
Khan's place in the quarter. But that's
yeah.
Okay. I think I would have to fuck Mexican food because I would have to be as aggressive to it as it is to me.
That's fair.
Since obviously Mexican food can fuck up your body and give
Yeah.
you just grueling shits. But also I just love Italian food so much. That
Yeah.
I think I eat more of Italian food than Mexican food.
Yeah.
Mexican food, like Torchies, I like Torchies now because I'm finally like, oh, this is obviously because it's only tacos. It's a reason to get tacos because if not, I just get quesadillas. I'm that dude that I really only get quesadillas.
Yeah.
Almost every Mexican place, and that's how I judge them. If
True.
they
If
can
they're
have good stuff, if they have bad quesadillas, I'm like, this is a bad Mexican restaurant.
That's definitely true. Quesadillas, I feel like is like by far my most commonly gotten Mexican item because it's the cleanest.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't want to. The reason I don't get fajitas is I don't want to go out to eat to make my food. I'm
Yeah.
paying you to make it, and
Right.
I'm just gonna eat it.
and I almost never want tacos just because it's like it's too messy. Burritos the same thing. A good burrito is just nasty, like just so messy.
Well,
And I don't
the only
always
way to
want
go
that.
about that is to get a burrito in the bowl, and that just defeats the purpose of it.
Right.
Then you're just eating like a shit salad.
Yeah.
I mean,
A quesadilla is like the cleanest, crispest, individual
mhm.
pieces.
No, I agree.
It's good
And
stuff.
some places can have messy quesadillas, which then just means they have bad quesadillas.
Yeah, I'm with you exactly on those because for if I'm assuming marrying means you're eating that for the rest of your life or something. And Italian food, I could eat Italian food the rest of my life. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd fuck Mexican food. It's really just a sexual attraction for me, not anything about the food.
I'm just sexually attracted to Mexican.
Yeah,
food.
and Chinese food. I don't eat a lot of Chinese. Maybe that's why I never really
I don't
see
eat
it.
any, but I'm also a really picky eater.
Yeah.
Sushi has literally been the only thing into Asian food that I eat. And I still get the same thing. That's the other thing is I didn't even branch out. I found something I liked of sushi, and I've just gotten the same thing every time.
I love sushi, but not exactly Chinese. I guess it is Chinese, but it's not, classically.
Japanese.
Yeah, but it's not classically Chinese. I'm sure there's people in China who eat raw fish. There's people here who eat raw fish.
That's true.
So,
That's true. Even though I don't know, because it's Japanese, like the hatred between the Chinese and the Japanese is so strong.
yeah, but they share so much stuff. Their alphabet.
Okay, I don't know shit about their language.
Okay, well,
I don't.
Their
I don't know
alphabet is
shit
not
about
actually
their
shared.
Core values
Okay.
as a society.
their alphabet is not shared, but it's not inspired, but basically like came from the same root or something like that, or it was stolen from one of the other. I don't remember exactly what the dynamic.
I'm gonna
was.
go with stolen because we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
But so I don't really know where. Oh, I remember where I want to go with the. Well, I'll get to that in a sec. So I got COVID tested today. I got
Okay.
it done twice
Why?
actually. Because I was about to go into work, but my nose. So sorry, everyone, but my nose has been running nonstop, and you probably hear it in my voice. But I feel fine other than that. But then I was like, I've got other people I have to worry about, like people at work, which I know I'm probably gonna get a ton of shit for this, but like everyone I spend the most time with really doesn't care. So like I was like, oh, it's not gonna matter. And I was like, wait, people at work might. So I was like, I'll just stay home, go get tested, and then if I get cleared, I'll just go back into work. So the rapid test, which you get your results back in 15 minutes, I tested negative, but I don't really know how accurate that is, so I have to wait till Wednesday to get the other one back.
Pretty accurate from what it seems like. Like
The rapid, it's more from what I've heard is it's like if you're positive in the rapid test, you're very likely positive. But sometimes you can be negative with the rapid test and still be positive.
how'd that work with your nose being broken?
See, I don't know. I mean, I don't really. It wasn't fun having it 2 different times something stabbed up my nose.
Yeah.
After breaking my nose, and it's only been 2 weeks since I've had the surgery. But
Did it hurt?
I mean, yeah, but not because of my nose being broken, just because it just hurts having shit
Oh yeah.
shoved up there.
I suppose.
But we'll see. So that's where my
I'm going with. It's probably because it.
I think I
got-
just have a cold. I feel fantastic. Other than that, I don't
Yeah.
feel like I have any other symptoms except for the fact that my nose won't stop running.
Yeah, it got like super cold and then super hot and then super cold and super hot and everyone's body's like, what the fuck is going on? But that's Louisiana weather. you know.
Yeah, that's also what I think is like I normally don't get sick, and if I do, I get a cold around this time. So it's like this is kind of just like my
Yeah.
one time a year that I get sick with a cold. So which is normally when the weather changes, and I think it's just been getting pushed further and further back, which
Well, the weather kind of did change and then changed back, and
well, the thing, you know what? It's a very selfish thing, but it's like I'm upset with climate change solely because it pushes back and shortens my winter fit time.
oh yeah, for sure.
We
yeah.
already live in Louisiana, so we don't get to break out our sick winter fits very often.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's fucking Thanksgiving next week, and I still have not gotten to wear winter fits.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, I've worn
I've
like
stocked
one.
up on turtlenecks just for my fits to go stupid, and they haven't.
Yeah, what we really need to do is get we need to buy a function house in Nashville or something like that.
In Nashville?
Not Nashville, Gettysburg. Not Gettysburg.
Gettysburg?
Gatlinburg. Jesus Christ, am I okay?
I don't know, but also I'm very intrigued by your choice of of Gatlinburg. Why?
Because it's pretty. Because Stuart went there and he sent me a bunch of pictures. It's pretty.
Oh,
That's it.
Okay, that was a good story. It's okay. The topic I have next is not much better,
Oh, okay.
but it was so this picture started floating around the internet, and it looks sick as fuck.
Oh, that is sick.
So for those who don't know, it's these two dudes in orange jumpsuits with space helmets in front of a Blackbird, and I don't know if it was actually posted by Daft Punk or not, but they actually put the Daft Punk logo on the Blackbird, and they were like, holy shit, is there going to be like something, like they apparently have been known to do a bunch of crazy shit to promo their albums or whatever. So I was like, did they get like such high level clearance that they can fly Blackbirds? But then I just like this post of this guy who broke it down, like the photo. But then I really liked it because it broke down the Blackbird. I don't know how much you know about the jet itself.
Not very much, except that they need to change the tires every single time they use them.
Oh, that's crazy. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah. So everyone, it's one of those that it's like way ahead of its time. Apparently it's still the fastest jet ever built.
Yeah,
So
I knew that.
I thought that's insane. I mean, I know it goes super fast, but I didn't know somebody did a trip in it from New York to London in 140 minutes in a Blackbird, which to
Oh
me
my
is
God.
insane. I'm like, but it was kind of just like breaking down how cool the jet is, how cool it would be if Daft Punk did something with it, and then like the fact that it's very spacey and the fact that it doesn't even really look like a plane, it looks more like a spaceship.
Yeah. That was like the whole thing about it. That it like looked so weird, or whatever. But yeah, I had a whole book on it for whatever reason as a child.
SR-71 Blackbird.
Yeah. I don't know why I had a book about it, but
Is Cliff interested in it at all?
I'm sure. But no, I saw one at the there's one at the airspace museum in Mobile or something.
Oh.
I don't know if it's in Mobile. I have no idea where it is. Somewhere.
Did you go see it in the Smithsonian in the Air and Space Museum?
Yeah.
And
No, that was not it. It was I think it's in Mobile. It's like they have like an aeronautical museum, whatever.
They could.
Um
Ooh, isn't it? Yeah, because it's close to Pensacola, right? There's
Mhm.
one that's there. I do remember.
I think
that.
it's in Mobile. I really think it's in Mobile.
It could be. I just remember I've gone because that's where
It's with the big ass plane. Like you'll see the plane while you're on the interstate.
I don't remember. I don't go there very much.
Okay. Well, basically, it's there and it's in a big, gigantic hangar. And they show you the tires, and they're like, it's like fucking solid rubber. The entire thing. It's like 16 inches thick of just rubber. And they're like, yeah, it gets so worn down whenever it like lands that they have to replace it every single time it lands.
Well, yeah, because they're also flying way higher. Can't they also go like almost into space in that jet? Just because they can't go
think
into
so.
space, but they can go a lot closer than most planes because it's just built insane.
I think the problem with going into space with an airplane, this is about to get tech talk. The problem with going to space with an airplane is you don't get enough oxygen intake for your
That's
your
true.
little thruster boys.
I learned about that of like there's this I'll have to link it later, but there's this really interesting like aerospace engineering YouTuber who broke down Jake made me watch it. We watched a 40-minute video on a breakdown of the new rocket boosters that both Boeing, Lockheed, and SpaceX are working on, and it's the fact that like it's something crazy that the whole breakdown in the process had been like you can't get enough oxygen in with the rocket fuel fast enough because it's something about like how you need to I don't
Mix
know the
the
physics.
fuel and
Yeah,
the
I don't really
oxygen.
know the breakdown of it, but it was like the design of it was like flawless of where they like kind of like it looks like the infinity sign where they like have fuel in, oxygen in, and they kind of like cross over and then go down.
That's sick.
It looks very sick, but I'm gonna limit my knowledge there because I don't know shit about science in general, and I'm the last person who needs to be talking about it on the internet.
I learned what a carburetor does recently.
I still don't even know what a carburetor is or does or know anything
Carburetor
about
does exactly that. It
it. Carburetes?
no, it does what you were just describing. Basically, it gets the right amount of fuel to oxygen level for it to ignite in an engine.
Okay. How's the motorcycle coming along?
That's why I learned about it. So basically,
I figured.
yeah, the issue. I was texting my father on Friday. I sent him three separate texts, and he just didn't respond. And so I texted him. I just called him today. I'm like, and then he didn't respond again. He just said, like, he sent me the most disrespectful one. The hey, sorry, can't talk now. You know, like the instant message, whatever that you can send.
Yes. Also, I just want to say, I hope you know this is what it's like talking to you sometimes.
No, but I respond like same day at least.
Sometimes.
Well,
yeah.
always same day, and I never respond with the auto message. And then I was like, okay, I think he hates me. I'm like, I must have done something, and now he hates me. And so,
What if he just sent you the Toy Story meme that says, "I don't want to play with you anymore"?
well, like 2 hours later, he calls me back, and I'm like, hello, father. Thanks for finally contacting me. Anyway, but he was like, I sent him all this stuff of my theories of what was wrong, and he's like, yeah, it's definitely none of that. He's like, you probably just have like a loose wire, and I was like, okay, cool. So that's where we're at. Basically, I need to find the loose wire. And also,
a battery.
no, the
Or-
battery.
oh, you
Battery's
got a
in.
battery?
Yeah, battery's in. But yeah, I got a new coil. And so that's all in there. And basically, the issue, I won't go too in depth, but basically, there is a circuit that goes from the battery to the spark plug. The spark plug lights the gas, and that makes it start running. And the spark plug is basically not sparking; it creates a spark to light the gas. Spark plug is not creating a spark, which means there's some issue in that whole circuit that isn't, letting it spark. I don't know where. It could be that something's not grounded or something. I don't know. So that's where we're at basically.
We'd like to thank our next sponsor, AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I'd like to thank our other next sponsor, Educational Podcast? Engineering
I don't know.
Podcast. This is an engineering podcast now.
Yeah, welcome back to the engineering podcast,
The engineering
where you
zone.
have a computer science student, a finance student.
Yeah. We're talking about airplanes and trying to fix a motorcycle
This is
with
how I feel.
limited knowledge.
This is how I feel like I'm expressing the fact that almost all of my friends are engineers, and this is how I get to take out how I feel like I've absorbed information over the past 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically an engineer by proxy.
So one thing I wanted to talk about next that I love these, seeing these weird, probably European crypto Instagram accounts follow me are like some of my favorite things ever.
I just got one of those too.
I want you to swipe through these photos that I screenshotted of this dude who I think he commented on my post. Read aloud and break down what the pictures are whenever you go through.
Oh, wow. This is a good one. Guy pointing to a Bitcoin, a physical Bitcoin. This caption. The caption is just the freedom with the hearts around the face emoji, the kissy emoji, the star eyes emoji, the heart eyes emoji.
I see these and I'm like, there's no way this is a real person. If it is, they definitely do not understand the English language.
I don't know.
So break down. It's only 5. Break down all the photos.
Okay, yeah. So he's in suits. He's definitely giving me entrepreneur vibes. I mean, this guy.
Well, read the whole screenshot. Read his bio.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I actually didn't even see his bio. His bio is entrepreneur, investor, networker, master leader, and crypto expert. And you know he's real because none of it is in regular font. It's
Yes.
all in like the little mini, like weird all caps font. So like he's a real entrepreneur,
He's a
investor,
real
networker,
person,
master leader, and
not a
crypto
bot.
expert. So yeah, definitely not a bot. His name is Tapper Donald. Oh, this is a nice one. He has a picture.
First off, no one's last name is Donald. So
yeah, maybe it's Donald Tapper. Wait, is he? I'm just confused. Okay, so I think this guy might be a what is it in China where they take white models and they like do.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now I want you to explain
Okay,
that.
well, basically, so in China, I just learned about this from George. In China, you can get paid a shitload of money by being a white person in stuff.
Just because they use you as a model for all their
Because
spam shit.
for whatever reason, they want white people on their advertising. I think it's because they want to advertise to like America, like from China. And so if you're a white person in China, then like you can get tons of modeling jobs or like acting jobs and stuff, even if you have like zero talent, just because they're like they want white people as their face
crazy.
or whatever. I know, which I'm like, why don't you want Chinese people? And because like you're in China, that would make sense.
I was like, the market you're selling to domestically is larger than the market abroad.
But I think they want American-looking people. I think it's just because there's more money in America and they end up selling a lot of their stuff there.
Yeah, okay, that's probably it.
I don't know, but anyway, that's what he looks like. He looks like one of these guys.
Breakdown though, keep going. Some the captions are obviously what draws it together.
Yeah. Oh man, him with his buddy, Bitcoin Revolution shirt on. He
He's
sleeps
got
in
the
that.
biggest egghead.
Yeah, he sleeps in that. He's got a Chinese shirt on. That's why I'm like.
Oh, he does? Okay, then he probably
with. I don't know what team that is. Hat.
That's FC Barcelona.
With an FC Barcelona
He's
hat.
probably European. I bet he's not even American. He's probably European because he definitely does not speak English.
Trade Bitcoin. That's the whole caption.
Yeah.
6 likes.
Trade Bitcoin.
This is the best one of him just sitting staring at the camera and it just says playlist.
That's what I knew. I was like, there is no way this is a real person.
Yeah, no. Oh my god. Yeah, this guy.
And then it's just a picture of a Bitcoin chart that says or it's a Bitcoin chart, and then it's just my favorite is his very first picture is just a white screen.
Wait, what?
It's a white screen with 10 likes that says
How inquisitive.
I saw that and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
I saw another one of those recently.
I'm like these are because to me these are more entertaining because they're trying to convince you. I feel like if there's a sex bot, everyone knows those are fake.
Right. Everyone just kind of gets
But
it.
like the crypto/money scams, those are what I think is really funny.
Yeah, I thought I got one of these recently. Oh, it's this guy. Oh no, it's actually on your post. Or no, it was actually on the functions post. It's Sam Bitcoin with literally just. Is he photoshopped into this picture?
That would be so funny.
No, I don't think he is. It would be a good Photoshop if it was. Okay, I think it's just a random guy. It's just no, it's not even a random guy. It's just a bunch of different similar looking I don't know, guys from Dubai, it looks like. Yeah.
You want to talk about our trip to Speakeasy?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So that was crazy. We should go back also.
I do want to go back.
We need to make plans for that.
Are we gonna dox the place so we can keep going? Or
No, don't dox
Okay,
it.
so we went to this place
The Speakeasy.
in Baton Rouge. It might be downtown, it might not be, but anyway, it was very cool. We went for Lily's birthday. She turned 18
or whatever.
She's finally legal.
She turned
now.
like.
Uh,
Oh, never mind. I can't.
I guess
joke.
yeah. I guess it's not as funny to other people. No, she turned 20, so she's,
Yeah.
That was just a little funny joke, but
That's just a little funny pedophilia joke, you know.
Yeah, okay.
No, I think it's hilarious, but you know, hey,
She might
context
not,
everybody.
and she's gonna hear this.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
Yeah, we need to contextualize those, because that's a funny joke. Yeah. Hey, everyone, inside joke.
well, that's the whole point.
Inside joke
that's
moment.
the fun part about podcasts. You get to let all of your listeners in
Yeah.
on the inside joke.
Anyway, yeah. So Lily's a child, but she's really 20.
It's
Anyway,
really just that it's the age difference, which really isn't that much, but
yeah,
that's about it. Anyway,
at this point, it's 1 year.
yeah, that's true. She turned 20. We went to a bar, we went to Boudreaux's and Thibodeau's. That was very fun. That was my first time ever actually going.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
didn't
place.
know. The only thing I knew of his existence is the fact that Garrett Remsen plays guitar there sometimes.
Yeah.
And that all of the adult core team crowd would regular there, or at least the cool ones.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is a late 20s, early 30s bar, so
It
this will
is.
be interesting.
For sure.
Also, I didn't realize you could take the swamp vibe into that much of like, or recreated that much in a bar.
What do you mean?
I mean, I get it that they're
Actually,
trying
yeah.
to play
No, I get
up
it.
the Cajun vibe,
It was, yeah.
but it's just like, goddamn, they really committed to it as opposed to just being named that and then just. I mean, they play country music downstairs. They've got beautiful. I mean, they've got really cool paintings all over.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
But that was fun, and then after we left, because bars closed at 11, because apparently you can get COVID after 11 and not before.
That's true.
So-
That's a scientific fact.
So yeah, Anthony Fauci actually said that. That's a direct quote from him. You can look that up on whatever organization he works
It's
for.
asleep during the day. It's nocturnal. So it wakes up at 11 and then
What is it? It's like that dude who's like the father of 9 kids because he thought sperm slept at night.
yeah.
So he thought she couldn't get pregnant.
Oh my god, dude.
Anyway, so then we went to this place and they were like, "Hey, if you get in by 11, we will let you in." And we were like, "Okay, cool." And then 11 came, and then they were like, "Da da 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 da, we're gonna black out the doors and the windows and barricade the front door and let you out the back." And then it was like, "Oh, this is fun. This is very fun."
Yeah.
It
Like we didn't even stay that. We stayed for like maybe 40 minutes.
yeah. Well, we had a reason for leaving.
Oh, right. I
The
forgot.
reason for leaving, which most people didn't even know.
I didn't
until
know
I
until
told them.
yesterday.
So one of our friends, she was going to sit down in a chair, and some guy was trying to take the chair, and apparently she fell out, and her toenail popped off.
Oh,
the entire
that's
thing popped off.
disgusting.
So then she was screaming and freaking out, and everyone was drunk and mad. So then we were just like, I guess we'll leave. Sorry.
I was on the stage the entire time.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah,
wish
I had
had
an
videos
amazing
of it
time.
because you were dancing on the stage like a drunk fool, and it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And I knew it too. I was totally aware.
I think you either had to be that because I didn't think you were that drunk to where you
I
wouldn't
wasn't.
be aware. You just accepted it that much that you were so comfortable.
I was
with it.
drunk in the situation, you know? I was drinking in the fact that, you know.
It was definitely one of my most unique bar experiences.
Yeah, it was just exciting.
People were smoking cigs inside. That was new to me.
that was
In
awesome.
2020, I was like cigs
So
inside.
good.
I was like, this is the coolest bar ever. Then there was this couple that was basically just fucking against the wall.
Oh, I did not see that.
That was very uncomfortable.
Mm.
They were the closest to us, but against the wall, and it was like this dude pinning this girl up against the wall, and they were aggressively making out and humping each other. And I'm like, you realize there are at least 50 other people in this bar right now that can see you.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Kind of gross, but yeah.
That dude was fucking jacked. Like his biceps were probably like that fucking big.
Well, then never mind, sir. You
He
may
was-
continue. You can do whatever you want. If
So-
you're yoked and just like, you know, causing a problem, it's okay.
I
you
will
know?
say it
I'm
was
not
fun
gonna stop you
It
for
was very
sure.
fun seeing that, like. So you know, one thing I realized later. So one thing that was really funny is I guess the bartender looked away, and you grabbed the rubber strip.
Okay, yeah. So I was okay.
What's it
yeah.
called?
No. So It's a bar mat.
Bar mat.
So I went to get a drink, and she was like a few feet away. I was like, and she wasn't doing anything. She was, I don't know. I think she was like looking at
Those
her.
bartenders were really shitty that night.
Yeah, I think they were just chilling. Like they were not really concerned with providing a great service. And so,
which is stupid because it's the whole reason they were staying open later is to make more money.
yeah. But I don't think they were gonna get fired for,
Well, yeah.
Anyway, so I like tried to get her attention, like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, but
and
they make tips. That's also stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
true. And so she didn't look over, so I took the bar mat and I gave it to Connor.
which kind of shoved down his pants.
Right, and I'm like, do with this what you will. And he was like, I will. And so yeah, he threw it in his pants. And
Which
then,
they're not related, but also Connor's dick goes down to his knees.
yeah.
It wasn't the bar mat in
Yeah.
his pants. So for those who are wondering, Connor has an absolute howitzer.
So someone, I think Lily came up to me and asked me, she's like, did you steal that bar mat? And I was like, yeah, I guess I did. I totally didn't mean to. Like, I didn't even think about it. I just kind of grabbed it and just gave it to Connor just because I was just, being dumb.
Well, here's the thing that I
And
realized.
then we ended up walking out with it. And I was like, okay, well, I guess it's ours now.
I was going to say, what are they going to do about that? Be like, hey, you're illegally operating. What are you going to do about
They're
it?
gonna reach-
I'm just going to rat you out.
No, they're going to reach under the thing and then grab a new one, just slap it on there and be
Exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like, there's nothing they're really going to do to
Right.
you about that.
like, yeah.
Which is kind of fun to have that power. Just be like, hey, we know you'll make more money if we come, if you
Yeah.
keep coming. So let us keep coming, and if you don't, we'll rat you out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be far more symbiotic than like, a normal bar experience. Because normally I feel much more at home if I can be like, I feel some ownership here.
That's true.
Like they owe us something.
Yeah.
Which is not. maybe the power's getting to my head.
It might be. It really might be. So we talked about this. We talked about this a few days ago, and I wanted to talk about it because it's like actually something I really am intrigued by that other countries do. But it's the fact that I really think the U.S. should require everyone to serve in the army.
Oh
for,
yeah,
like, a year or two.
that actually, yeah, that is, yeah. I forgot we talked about that. I honestly don't think that's like.
How do we start talking about this? By the way,
I don't know.
you know what it was? Wasn't it fucking whenever we were watching the Between Two Ferns movie and Gal Gadot showed up. And I was like,
yeah.
it's crazy that a chick this hot was in the army. And then I was like, well, I guess if everyone has to serve in the army.
Yeah, right.
Then, yeah.
Even the hot chicks gotta serve.
Dude, let's go to the barracks and pick up some chicks, dude.
That's how Ethan and Hila met. Hila was in the military.
Well, I know she was in the military, but what the fuck does that have to do with Ethan? Ethan was not in the military. I know
Yeah,
that
but
for a
he
fact.
went. So she was in the Israeli military.
Because she's Israeli, and that's what
Right.
you do when
Well,
you live
yeah.
in Israel.
He was over there for birthright. And you know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was over there for birthright. And she was stationed in the city that he was at, or for whatever reason, like I don't know, something like that. And he met her just because she was there for doing that. And then they were like, they started talking or whatever. But she was in the military, so they couldn't she couldn't really move to America at the time.
Yeah.
And so she had to finish out her stint, whatever
Yeah.
you call it.
No, I do remember hearing that. And it's crazy because now she's the only person doing something that's worth it right now.
In between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan's content right now is fucking dog shit. I am sorry.
Well, it's just a podcast at this point.
No. He's doing. I mean, it's more podcast stuff too. But I mean, he's doing something with fucking Trisha Paytas.
Oh yeah.
And it looks horrible.
Well, have you watched it?
It looks no. Is it worse?
So you haven't given it a try? Wow, you seem very judgmental right now.
It looks really bad.
It does look bad. Yeah, I agree.
I want to say that it's another show that so that you weren't here for this, but last night Connor Blake and I came up with the greatest game show that is better than most game shows out.
Mm-hmm.
It's based off of our hatred of I Can See You Sing.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
I
called?
can see your voice.
I Can See Your Voice.
Yeah.
What we were gonna do, it's I Can See Your Balls, and it's the first game show on Pornhub.
Oh,
And
okay.
It's really well because no other network's gonna take it.
Yeah, right. But the Function Network will.
But but anyway, I was like, it's literally where people just show up in costumes with their balls out, and you have to guess their balls. I was like, that would be more
To
entertaining.
guess their balls.
You guess who it is by their balls. Because isn't it? It's not like you guess the person. It's like, or you. Well, I guess you.
No. Okay. So what you do? Oh, wait. No. Okay. This is a good idea. So the way I Can See Your Voice works, I just learned this. I haven't seen an episode, but I had it described to me, and I think this is how it works.
You should stop being friends with whoever described it to you because they obviously have watched the show.
It was Justin. Remember? He was talking about
Never mind. We're
Were
not
you-
gonna stop being friends with you, Justin.
it.
But
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
It was like yesterday. Or no, it was on Saturday. Oh, you weren't here
I was
Saturday.
not here Saturday.
Okay. So Justin was basically, I think how it works is there's a bunch of people that come out and they all lip sync to a song and they have to guess which one wasn't lip syncing.
Oh, because one
lip-syncing.
person's not.
Yeah, one person's actually singing.
Oh. Okay.
So in the same way, a bunch of people walk out fully clothed and then they all walk out with their balls hanging out and then they have to guess which one whose balls that was.
What?
So like they walk out and you can see them fully clothed. You can't see their balls. You just see them.
But then they walk out in costumes and you try and guess whose balls are who?
No.
Okay.
That one person walks out with their nuts out, and they they have some kind of costume, covering the rest of their body so they can't tell who it is. And then once they see the balls on the person, they go back and then they have to guess which person was the person in the costume with their balls hanging out.
Okay. Then never mind. I need to switch shows because I need to go to the other bad show, Masked Singer.
Yes.
And it really just needs to be you need to take celebrities and put them in costumes.
Yes, that's
and
another
have
good
their
idea.
balls out,
Mhm.
and you have to guess which celebrity it is by their balls.
I think it's a better idea. Yeah.
I don't want to say.
What?
I was gonna say the only way you do that for females, so we can have an inclusivity, is you have
Feet.
you have a grip test, and you test their gorilla grip coochies,
Oh.
and you see based on
Based
the,
on their
based on the
their
way they
coochie grip?
grab things and their grip strength, which female celebrity is.
Yeah, okay, I think they could work.
Anyway, I think
think
guess which celebrity this is by their balls would be a better show than most of the game shows
Yeah.
out there, and also better than Ethan's content right now.
I would.
That's where I was going
Okay,
with that.
gotcha. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it's pretty roundabout, but I'm there.
I brought it back. I brought it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
That's all, that's the whole important thing.
I think I would watch that. At least like an episode or two,
Oh yeah.
Just
No, that would be a funny YouTube series. It would be like full production, like well, first off, how funny would that be? Is it's full production like those shows. They have high production, like it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And then it's literally just like guess who it is, and each episode is literally 2 minutes long. It's just like suspenseful music from or it's like 2.5 minutes. There's 30 seconds of suspenseful music when they walk out. 30 seconds where they guess, and then it's just a minute.
we should make a skit of this. That'd be hilarious. We haven't ever done any skits, but
Yeah, well,
if
we've
we
been
ever do
trying
one,
to, but well, you'll see. We just hired an editor, so that takes some time off for us to start working on.
yeah, if we do
creative,
some
so-
like actual like video skits or something, that would be hilarious. I think.
Let's start working on them because I'd like to do that, but I can't just sit down. Like we would need to sit down and take time to kind of like come up with one.
Yeah,
But
that would be funny. I think though.
so anyway, going back to where I wanted to say with this, the U.S. should require
Right.
everyone to serve in the military for at least a year or two. Because I mean, one of the things I feel like they should is because for me, I took a year off between high school and college, and it was nice getting to experience life because it was just like, oh, I've been going to school for fucking 16, 14 years of my life. And then I'm just going to go to school again.
Right.
It was kind of nice taking that break, kind of doing something different, mixing it up. Also, a lot of people our age do not know what the fuck they want to do with their lives.
Yeah.
And that is a good way to get paid, contribute to society. Because the other thing is, for those people who are about to slap me and be like, the U.S. military is too big, they don't need more people or whatever.
That's not at all part of this argument.
I was going to say it's the amount of technology that's come from the military is insane.
Yeah.
So like
all of it.
Yeah.
The internet,
so yeah.
GPS.
So with that, I'm just like, yeah. Plus, it'll give people a chance to travel.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
No, I agree. I'm totally with you on this. I mean, I think it also gives everyone. I mean, this is what we were talking about last time, but kind of gives everyone a similar, like a similarity. You know, it gives everyone one similar thing.
Oh, it also gives everyone like it brings back that pride in their country, I guess. That
Yeah,
I
or-
feel like
yeah.
that isn't fully there right now.
Which-
But it's like if you feel like you're a part of something bigger.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can
that's what I
It makes it goes back
it-
to your thing where everyone can relate to that one thing.
right where it divide it. You know, it separate. not
Takes
separate.
the division out of
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you know, if me and a random person we would disagree on everything else, but I'd be
it.
like,
We could talk about our service.
yeah, I'd be like, oh, what branch were you in? Like, oh, I was in the Navy. Whatever. You know. For you only go for 2 years. That's how every other country does it. You have about 2 years of service.
Do we know of a reason why we don't do that?
Because we have too many people, probably. Like, I mean, Switzerland does it.
I guess the countries that do it do have a lot smaller population.
Yeah, and also, I think they're also a little bit more. They have more of a reason. You know,
Israel makes sense.
has a reason.
Yeah, they have a really good reason.
Because they've been in a war for 3,000 years, like 100 years or whatever. I have no idea how long that war's been. It's
Well, Israel itself has been a country since
Israel's been at
post-World
war
II.
since for 3,000 years actually.
Yes, you're right.
Like
but-
since like Jesus or
Yes.
before.
yes, since the
so-
Old Testament. But,
Yeah, like it's been
yeah.
fighting for a while.
I just think it's crazy that they formed their country and then, or it's like Israel existed and then like 7 of their neighboring countries all declared war on them. They won in 6 days and then doubled the size of their country.
What?
Yeah, Israel
When was
not
this?
as big. Like whenever they first started out, Israel
They-
was not
when,
that big.
What do you mean first started out? Like in 2000 BC?
No, I mean I'm talking about like modern day Israel,
okay, yeah,
post World War II.
Mhm.
That Israel,
Okay.
like the country,
Yeah.
not the biblical
Yeah.
province and group of people.
Mm-hmm. Not Israel, the people.
The Jews. I mean, that's
Yeah.
literally that was the whole point. Is
Yeah.
that's how they started. But anyway, yeah, that makes sense. Why is that? Whenever
Yeah.
every single one of your neighboring countries attacks you,
Switzerland makes sense too because they've been like neutral in every single war. They're landlocked. They're like, completely, since they're so neutral, I feel like they have to have a good defense so that people can't just like walk in and fuck them up. But I mean, that's the thing. You really can't fuck them up because.
they're surrounded by mountains, like in fucking almost every direction. Are they not?
And the other interesting little tidbit, I don't know if so Switzerland is like uninvadable, because I guess that geographic reasons. Also, everyone's forced to be in the military. Once you leave the military, you take your gun home. Like you don't give your gun back. You bring it to your house, and you put it under your bed.
That's insane.
Yeah. So everyone, literally every
person
household
has a
in
gun.
Switzerland has a gun. Every man, woman, and
crazy.
child, basically,
That is insane.
has access to a gun. Every one of their bridges is like set up with dynamite so they can blow them up if they ever got attacked. Probably not all their bridges, but a lot of them. There's enough bunker space in Switzerland for every man, woman, and child, plus like
Well,
a few.
when you have that many mountains, that makes sense. You can just be carving bunkers for
Right.
days. but-
Every literally it can hold every person in Switzerland plus like double or something like that. I don't know, a shitload. I don't know what it actually is, but it's enough for everyone.
There's so much about Switzerland that I realize is
Yeah.
cool.
Basically, if shit goes south, Switzerland's just like, okay, well, leave us out of it.
You know something really cool about Switzerland that I learned recently?
What?
And it's not really like necessarily Switzerland, but
Their
well, it is,
banks?
but it's so Warren Buffett apparently tried to buy Rolex at one time,
I don't know that.
but apparently Rolex is a non-profit that funnels to the Swiss government.
What?
The dude who started, correct me if I'm wrong, this might be wrong, but it was something crazy of like how Rolex, the guy after he died, like somehow donated the company, or he like basically donated the company to either has set up for this charitable cause, or it, like all the profit goes to the government, to where
You know what? That makes sense because I guess I never made the connection between Federer and
that's why
Rolex.
that's why it's never left Switzerland.
Oh.
Since, I mean, Rolex is a very high value brand. That's
Right.
why it stays in Switzerland,
Mhm.
and that's why the manufacturing never left.
Yeah.
That's why they're still made in Switzerland.
Yeah, I just never really thought about the whole Federer in Switzerland and Rolex being a Swiss company. I didn't even know Rolex was a Swiss company. So
Yeah, I think it started as I want to say it might have started as a German company, but
did you know that Federer did not have to go into the military in Switzerland because he was training to be a pro in tennis?
Yeah, I have a
So
feeling
they-
you can definitely get a loophole for that.
Yeah.
I think you still have to commit in another way, but that's the way it is whenever you like go play. Like if you go play for Army or Navy and then you get drafted to the NFL,
Oh, you get out of
you
here.
kind of get out, or you have more negotiating room. They're not just gonna
Gotcha.
let you pass that
Yeah.
opportunity up to go play.
Right. Yeah, that would be kind
professional
of shitty.
Uh,
Just like, no, man, you gotta get stationed in Florida.
and it's like cool. I'll play for the Bucks.
Yeah, right.
First off, if the Bucks ever redo their stadium, can it be in the shape of a fucking pirate ship? Can it not be
Oh.
a ginormous pirate ship with a stadium?
Oh,
as, like,
that would be so
that would
cool.
literally be the coolest thing ever.
It would be a very circular pirate ship. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
No,
That's
it would just be a giant. Like that would be so big because
Noah's Ark type
imagine,
shit.
imagine being a new pilot and not being informed of flying into Tampa, and you just see the giant point of the ship being piercing the sky essentially, and then just the giant sails that are. Well, I
It's
guess
like
you can't have
fucking,
the masts and the sails because the field is there.
Yeah, it's like Mortal Engines, that movie.
But no,
Well, basically they have like entire cities like on wheels. It's like that, except it's a boat.
I hate that.
Um,
I hate that so much.
okay. So actually, I have a little funny story of why I was thinking of that movie. So I saw that trailer like probably 3 or 4 times of Mortal Engines. And I didn't know why. I'm like, there must be some kind of huge production value behind this. It's directed by Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. Fuck.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
And so I was like, holy fuck. Like, I really wanted to watch it because it just looks so ridiculous, basically. It's every city, I think, in the world. I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know. But based on the trailer, from what I can tell, is every city in, I think, UK is on wheels. It's a giant car, and the city is just on top. And they drive, like, across the ground. And some people are like in their own independent little cars and they can drive, so the trailer depicts one of these cars driving away, and they have like, it's not a city, it's probably like a couple of houses worth, and they're driving away from London. It's like this giant motherfucker, like huge car thing driving on the road, and they turn around, and then someone's like, what is that? And she goes, it's London. and it eats them. And like London has a giant mouth and it eats their car.
I know we say we hate the pressure of doing reaction videos, but goddamn, I want to react to that fucking trailer.
It's so absurd. And so basically, I don't know what basically. Anyway, so yeah, so the guy who made Lord of the Rings ended up making that last year, and George was like, whatever happened to Peter Jackson? And I was like, I don't know. So we looked it up, and that's what happened to him.
That is the case of you either die a hero
Yeah.
or live long enough to become the villain.
So I actually have it on my computer from 1-3 movies, and I'm watching it tonight. So I decided.
You are?
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 10 minutes, so it's kind of a, but I'm.
Just sneak peek for the next episode, but I don't know if you saw, but on Hulu, we're gonna watch it Thursday night. On Hulu, they have a
the
6ix9ine
6ix9ine documentary, dude. Connor sent me a
So,
picture of that this
I am
morning.
so excited to watch this,
Bro.
I think we're all gonna watch it after Pluckers. So
Oh, I'm down.
I think we should do that.
I'm totally down.
So we'll be talking a lot about that in the next episode, or not the next, but 2 episodes from now. But
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
anyway,
That sounds really interesting.
so one thing I wanted you to say is, because I just thought it was fucking hilarious. Please break down the PowerPoint.
Oh, dude. Okay. I'm just gonna shout out Katie Kimbrell because, like, we don't talk, like, we're not like friends, like we don't hang out ever, but goddamn, did you make me laugh?
You made me laugh so hard.
So basically, she posted on her story on Snapchat. It just said,
Katie, if you have that video saved, please
send it to us. We're gonna post it because that's comedy gold. So basically, I'm scrolling through Snapchat and it says, the 8-year-old I babysat made me a PowerPoint, and this is it. And it's literally just 2 slides. And the first slide is hello booger, just white white background, black text. It says "Hello Booger,"
And it's probably an aerial too.
Yeah. She clicks to the next slide and it says, "I love monkey. I love monkey because monkeys are skinny." And then it's a picture of a monkey, and then that's the end of the PowerPoint. and I laughed so hard. I'm like, that is a modern meme. I don't know if
It
that
really
kid
is.
knows.
The
That's
fact that memes have devolved so much, he doesn't know it, but he made
yeah.
he made a meme that I would send to all of our friends, and they would all die
And
laughing.
everyone's like, that's hilarious. That is comedy. Yeah. Anyway, but I kind of want to text her and ask her if she still has that video because that was so fucking
yeah,
funny.
I know. Please do that because I would love to just personally have that video. I might watch it once a week.
I was gonna reply to her story, but I'm like, we don't talk ever. Like that would be weird if I was just like, Katie, this made me laugh a lot. Can I have this? Like I know we don't really hang out, but she's good friends with Cora. You know?
Yeah, I mean we probably could.
Like it wouldn't be
Cora, if
weird.
you're
It's like
listening
we
to
used to be
this-
friends, you know.
Cora, I know you're way bigger than us now, so you obviously aren't gonna listen to this because you're too cool for school. But if you are,
Was she on another podcast?
no. But
Oh,
she was interviewed by 225. She's gonna be in 225 magazine.
well, she better not get on any other podcasts. Can't cheat on us.
I'm just saying she's blowing up. She's got 1,000 followers now. She's
Oh shit, go off.
she's making fucking buku bank.
Let's go, Cora.
Yeah. So I want to fit in a few things so we can wrap up with this last thing, or at least critique the final thing that I have included on there. Is so one thing that I thought was fucking crazy that I recently learned, and I need to look up her name again, but sorry everyone, I'm dying, but not actually. So I found out there was like a whole reason in the 90s that people should have fucking been like, yep, lock R. Kelly up, and they just didn't do it. Like, and we know now that he's been into young girls for a long fucking time.
Right.
So, Dame Dash, I don't know if you know Dame Dash. Who that
I
is.
know the name.
He co-founded Rockefeller Records with
Okay, yeah,
Jay-Z,
yeah.
and he was his business partner before they had a falling out. But anyway,
Mhm.
he was dating or married to this girl named, she was a huge R&B singer in the 90s. Her name was like, I want to say it was like Aaliyah. Let me fucking Google that because that is, I don't want to get this wrong. Let me see. Checking. Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah? Aaliyah? How do you say this?
Based on the pronunciation, I can't read that.
It's two A's. That's why I'm thrown off. And
Aaliyah, the princess of R&B or queen of urban pop.
anyway, she was huge R&B artist. She blew up at a really young age because I want to say it was like her like aunt was Gladys Knight, who was like a huge singer.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know of world famous Gladys Knight.
So like she started touring with Gladys Knight at like 12 and like being like
Wow.
and performing on stage like for and like kind of like opening for her. Anyway, R. Kelly was the next big artist to find her and like helped her make her first album, but he tried to marry her when she was 15. And it apparently worked because it got annulled a year later.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, the fact that R. Kelly married a 15-year-old should have been the
Yeah,
red flag
that would
in like
raise some red flags.
1995 to
Yeah.
be like, oh, if this is happening then, maybe we shouldn't further the career of this man.
How old was he at the time?
Oh, fucking adult. Like R. Kelly,
Fucking adult.
Let's see. R. Kelly. How old is Robert? He's 53 years old. So in the 90s,
Yeah, old enough.
yeah, he's
to not do that.
twice her age, probably about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I read that shit and I was like, we really let this man keep going. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of didn't even, you know.
See, I get that. Like, I don't even want to go down to it too much to get too much shit, but it's like, I know shit has happened and things have come forward now that obviously everyone else has more rights than men,
Right.
and we'll just leave it at that. But it's like still like, okay, marrying a 15-year-old shouldn't have been. I don't think it was acceptable in the 90s.
Yeah.
Why
I don't
did we let
think
it
it-
happen?
Right. I feel like that was never really. Yeah, I think you could kind of see through the the lines.
Like I know a lot of
doing the
other things were
lines.
acceptable in the 90s. I think that's what I was trying to say. A lot of things were acceptable in the 90s that are obviously not acceptable now.
Yeah.
I don't think that was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a lot of marrying 15-year-olds when you're over the age of 18.
Right.
In the 90s. So that was just kind of what caught me off guard. But
Yeah, I definitely I don't imagine that people just didn't notice. I think that's probably what started it.
yeah. I guess he's probably been on high alert since then.
Yeah. You want to talk about the Valorant tournament a little bit, because I just realized that was our first foray into our esports not
The
team.
gaming podcast?
No. Our esports fanmanship. You know? We talked about it in episode 2.
That's true. I guess we did. I mean, I still have never played Valorant, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, yeah, so basically there's a Valorant tournament.
It was 2 weeks. 2 weekends
2 weeks
ago.
ago, 2 weeks ago, yeah. And I think I had never watched a
Esports tournament.
yeah, with people. You know, I've watched it on my own.
You
Just to,
you
see who's-
casually watch it.
Yeah,
You didn't do what we did where we plugged in a TV.
Yeah.
Or we plugged the computer into a TV and we sat down on our couch and watched it for
Yeah,
a week.
I've gone and watched YouTube highlights, or I've seen it on Twitter or something where, it'll be CS:GO, whatever, the top plays. And it's oh, cool, nice. But we all sat down for the whole day basically and watched a Valorant tournament. And I safely
And we had
can
it on
sa-
all weekend.
Oh yeah, I safely can say that we're going to cause some problems whenever LAN tournaments come back, whenever in-person tournaments come back. We're definitely showing up, we're tailgating.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
I would love to do that actually.
Yeah. Nowadays, now
Oh my
that
God.
I know that it's actually pretty hype and we'd have some fun, we definitely should do that. I know it was a joke the first time, but now I'm it was only kind of a joke.
We got Matt getting hype over.
Oh,
I don't know if you
yeah.
heard that. We got Matt, our friend, who the only video games he plays right now are sports games.
Yeah.
So he's not really a gamer. He's a gamer, but he's not a gamer.
Yeah.
Even
He's a Chad
though I'm
gamer.
not a gamer. either.
But he's a Chad gamer.
But yeah, Matt was super hype into fucking Valorant and was just
Oh.
going.
Yeah, but no, I missed that game. I missed the quadruple overtime game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I missed that. Damn. L on my part.
Oh, you were going to dinner, right?
Something like that.
It was Lily's birthday that weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went
Yeah,
to
I was
dinner.
at dinner. Damn. Yeah, but I think we should definitely figure out what tournaments are coming up. Once, because nothing's back yet, but next
Dude,
year.
if they have a 100 Thieves tournament close, let's just get dripped out and then just fucking
yeah.
absolutely go off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I mean, I don't think there's nothing near here. There's
That's true.
Dallas Fort Worth. They have a esports arena. It's an enormous arena.
I thought they had one in Houston too.
They might. Well, if they do, then we'll do that. If not, DFW, I guess, is the move.
DFW. I've never heard it said like that. That's kind of sick.
Dallas
I
Fort
might
Worth?
start referencing it as DFW.
Damn, that was hella gamer. The only reason I know that is because that's what the arena's called. It's DFW Esports Arena.
That's so sick.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna rally the troops. We're gonna get a bus or an RV or something, a bunch of beers, a bunch of brewskis.
Mm-hmm.
That's one other thing I actually wanted to pitch to you. You know how in the ancient times, or not really ancient, but long ago, beer was served hot. You know, like mead.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have hot mead.
Mead, yeah.
Which I think is kind of like beer. Well, why don't we
Pretty
drink?
sure it's way higher alcohol content, but
I think it is too. But why don't we drink hot beer anymore? You know,
it's not good.
it's not. But no. Lukewarm beer is not good. You know,
No, because I'll drink a lukewarm natty and I'll be like, I've had worse.
I don't know. I think what we ought to do is we need to spend some time taking some beers that we think might be good hot and warm them up, throw them in the microwave. I did this one time.
Well, why don't you just do alcoholic ciders with that?
Because I don't
Is
want
that-
cider.
Yeah, but cider's already good warm.
Yeah,
so
but
this is a good.
no.
No. Okay.
Cider sounds like I'm a bitch.
Well, first off, alcoholic ciders are fucking great.
Alright.
There's one brand out of Austin that a friend Caroline gave me. Shouts out Caroline. That shit was really good.
I'm thinking just some hot lagers. I want some
Some
meads, some.
Why don't we
some
just
stouts.
drink hot mead? Why don't we just do that then?
We can do that because it's less accessible. I want to be able to
No,
like
it's not
grab
even
some.
at the Eagle. Hunter bought a $100 bottle of mead, and then him and Clay finished it.
At the Eagle. I don't have to go to the Eagle. I want to go to Walmart and be like, oh, well, let me pick up some. Imagine like Andy Gators, amazing hot. I'm grabbing some Andy Gators for the cold night.
First off,
For a
they
cold
sell
night.
tall boy Andy Gators at the fucking CVS on the corner by our house.
Ew.
I never felt grosser in my
Yeah,
life when
that's
I saw that. I was
horrible.
like, ew.
Not only are you drinking a tall boy,
Ew.
but also it's an Andy Gator.
Ew.
You'd be
Well,
hammered
Tall
after
boys,
that.
tall boys are cool in some instances.
No, I love tall boys. I'm just saying like it's a lot more beer.
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like you're stuck with
and it's
one beer for a while.
8%.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you're gonna be
fuck
hammered.
your ass up.
Yeah, a tall boy ghost though would be.
So I don't want to go into the last part because I think it'll take too long. I'd rather save it for another episode.
I agree. It looks funny though.
But Aunty Donna's. Have you heard of them?
Mm-mm.
So I researched them last night because they seemed familiar, and apparently they're an Australian comedic group that blew up on YouTube, but they do stand-up performance type shows, and I mean as well as like YouTube skits, and they basically took it made sense because Clay showed me this, and was just like, this. He goes, imagine this. It's Hug Me, I'm Scared, but on meth. And I was like, this sounds horrifying.
Yeah, y'all talked about this.
Well, I watched it, and it was fucking hilarious. I watched the whole season last night.
How long was it?
It was 6 episodes, and
Okay.
they're like 17 minutes an episode. So it's not that long. And I was like thinking the entire time, I was like, this just seems like YouTube content with bigger production. And then I looked it up, and they're huge on YouTube, and I was like, that's why.
It is YouTube content with bigger production.
That's exactly it. But Ed Helms executive produced the show.
Oh, damn.
And it's really funny because he has an identity crisis on the show because they're like, but Ed Helms or whatever. And he's like, what are you saying? They're like, Ed Helms. And he's like, my name is Egg Helms. How has? And then they show him all of the credits in his movie, and he calls his agent, and he's like, I don't know who I am. He's like, everyone has gotten my name wrong in all of the credits. It's Egg Helms, E-G-G, not E-D. And
That's really funny.
that was funny, but God, yeah, it's really funny. I would recommend everyone go check it out. It's like stupid skit shows where none of it makes sense. It's probably even funnier fucked up. Super easy to consume. I mean, I'm pretty sure it took me 2 hours to watch the whole season. But yeah. So I kind of want to close it out with that. I'll show you one bit of it after.
Okay.
And then if you feel the need to watch the rest of it, I think you'd enjoy it. But
Okay, I probably will after I watch Mortal Engines. Just kidding. I don't think I'm actually gonna watch it.
do you have anything else you want to cover?
I think that was it.
We got jerseys. We got Teespring store now with pretty dog shit designs. I'm gonna try and get those up. But we got more merch there for y'all. We're trying to get you more exciting merch. We've got. Go support all our guests in the past. We've had a good amount of guests now. If you are not following them or supporting them in any way, I would go do that.
Yeah, they've been great.
And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
There's the function. Live from the 225